For the last 14 years, I've been able to stay home with my kids while building businesses from my kitchen table. And now I have the honor to help other women do the same thing while keeping faith and family first. One of the things I see over and over again online is women saying, I need a remote job. I need a job that I can do from home. And unfortunately, remote jobs are very difficult to find. But there is good news. You can start a business on your own that fits your family life, that brings you real financial freedom, but also the time freedom that you need as a mom to be able to still be there for your kids. So today I'm going to share 6 business ideas that I have seen work very well for moms that fit around your schedule. And by the end, I think you're going to be able to see which one of these might be a viable option for you. Plus, at the end, I'm going to share exactly how to land your very first customer so that you can start making an income right away. The first type of business that you could start would be a home management service. This could be something like a laundry service where you pick up laundry from someone's porch, take it home, do their laundry, fold it, and drop it right back off on their front porch. Or it could be something like a home organization service where you go and you organize people's pantries and closets and garages. Or it could be something like a meal prep service where you prep meals for busy families. These kinds of businesses are incredible. They're in very high demand, and it's likely already something that you're doing anyway. These are things that you can easily fit around your family schedule. Laundry, for instance, you're already doing laundry. You're already at home. You can easily pop a load of laundry in the washing machine as you are watching your kids, right? Plus, it is greatly helping another mom. This kind of business could be a great fit for you if you already love doing these tasks. Of course, if you loathe laundry, then a laundry service is not going to be the one that you pick. But maybe you are already naturally gifted in organization, then helping someone else by organizing their home could be an excellent business for you. The second type of business that you could start to bring your family true financial and time freedom would be a coaching business. In a coaching business, you are helping your clients reach their desired outcome. This could be anything from health coaching, for instance. Maybe you yourself have gone through a health journey, and now you can help other women build strong bodies that serve them well. Or perhaps you know how to grow a big audience on social media. You can now coach other people who want to be influencers or content creators. You can help them know how to grow their audience quickly. You can really coach just about anything. Just think of maybe the person that you once were, the person that you are now. What sort of journeys have you gone through that you can help someone else achieve the outcome that you yourself have achieved? This could be a great fit for you if you really enjoy teaching and if you really enjoy seeing other people succeed. The third business that you could start would be a business in the social media space. Now, this is very powerful and can be great for a lot of moms because it really can fit anywhere in your day. During nap time, after dinner, whenever works for you, you can do something in the social media space. The first area that you could do would be a content creation business. And I actually have one of these myself. So I have a content creation business in the space of family travel. I have a website, social media, and a YouTube channel all about our family travels. And this has brought me so much joy because we love traveling anyway. I absolutely enjoyed sharing our recommendations. And now I have a business that pays me every month to do this. So it's been so fun. You really can build a content creation business around absolutely any niche. If you enjoy it, there is someone else who wants to enjoy that and wants to know more about it as well. So content creation of your own brand and your own niche would be the first option. A second option would be UGC. So for UGC, you are actually creating content for brands, but not for you to post on your channels, but for them to post on theirs. Now, this is amazing because you do not have to have an audience for this. You do not have to wait until you have tens of thousands of followers to be able to land a brand deal. You just have to have a little bit of practice and a little bit of skill in being in front of the camera and communicating effectively, and you can get paid very, very well to do UGC for other brands. Again, you don't really even have to have your own channels for this. Another example of a business in the social media space would be a social media manager. If you have had some success growing your own social media channels, you can start to offer to do that for other individuals or businesses as well. Now, if you're going to do this, I would suggest going ahead and making separate handles for this business separate from what you've already done. You can always refer to the growth that you've had personally on your own accounts, but go ahead and make new accounts for this new business as you market your social media services. But any of these social media businesses that I've gone over could be perfect for you if you enjoy making content, if you have an eye for good photos and videos, and if you don't mind being in front of the camera, because there usually is some of that involved. The next business that you could start would be as a virtual assistant. This is simply an assistant that works remotely for another individual or small business. You might do things like manage email inboxes, schedule social media posts, or set up meetings for them. Usually the things that you do are very repeatable, so you would learn it once and then just do it over and over for these other businesses. This can be great for you if you like a checklist and like to just check those things off, because that is likely what they are going to give you. And if you really just enjoy seeing other people succeed, usually a virtual assistant is the first hire for small businesses. So it can be a great way to really lend a helping hand to a business that's just getting itself off the ground. The next type of business that can just be a home run for moms is something in the creative freelance space. So this could be graphic design, photography, video editing, copywriting, Pinterest management. There are so many things that you can do as a freelancer, and this could be a really good fit for you if you kind of have one task that you are just really, really good at and also that you love to do. I actually ran a photography business for about 10 years, and it was such a great business for my family. I could schedule it around our activities, and I was able to actually continue to bring back the same clients over and over, so I wasn't constantly having to go out and get fresh leads. In fact, towards the end of the time that I was doing photography, I actually took my website down, stopped posting on Instagram, because I just had so many clients coming back that I really couldn't take on anymore. So freelance jobs can be great because a lot of times you're just working with the same people over and over again, and you don't constantly have to be out there marketing and getting yourself good leads. If you are a quality service in this area, people are going to tell your friends and you are just going to get booked. Just make sure it's something that you really love to do, because you are going to be doing it every day. The final type of event that I've seen work really well for moms is event planning. So this could be birthday parties, weddings, corporate events, children's parties. There are so many options. If you love planning events or parties, this might be a really good fit for you. I would definitely suggest niching in. So just children's parties or just weddings, something like that, because then you'll really be able to be seen as the authority in your niche. But if you can find one that really resonates with you, this can be a great option. Now, you probably will need to be on site for the actual event, but most of the planning can be done at home or virtually. As I went through these options, which one brought you the most excitement? Which one would be using your God-given talents to serve someone else while also energizing you and filling your cup? That is the business that you are going to want to start. That is the one that's actually going to flourish, because you're using your God-given abilities, you're serving someone else, and you're doing something that excites you and energizes you, which means that you can run that business for years to come. So now that you have a business in mind, I want to share with you how to land your first client quickly so that you can get this business off the ground. First of all, I would start by doing just a little bit of work, either free or cheap. So ask around someone who you think would really value what you do, and then do a really good job. So if you're going to ask a couple friends, hey, I'm starting a laundry service, can I do your laundry for you? And then in exchange, you give me a testimonial and give me honest feedback about how I did. So then you're going to do laundry for that person for either free or cheap. And then maybe they'll even post about it on social media, or if nothing nothing else, they'll at least give you a testimonial that you can use on your own platform. So do some work first, free or cheap, to just gain those testimonials that you need to use moving forward. You can also use it to create some content like behind the scenes, showing that you're actually doing the thing that you are promoting. Of course, you want to go ahead and get on at least one platform. I think one platform is great to start, and start talking to your ideal audience. You're going to create content, not all about yourself, but talking about your ideal audience's pain points as well as their dreams, so they really feel seen in your content. And just pick a pace that seems consistent for you. If you can post several times a week, that would be great. Again, really dial in what are the pain points and also the dreams of my ideal audience, and only make content that speaks to one of those two things. Also, make sure you're getting around your ideal audience in person. Immersion creates conversion. So the closer you can be to someone who actually needs what you have to offer, the more likely they are to actually buy from you. So for instance, when I was a family photographer, a lot of my clients would come from attending MOPS, which was a Mothers of Preschoolers group, because that was my ideal audience and I was connected to them. And just knowing them, they already knew that they could trust me. And so they would hire me very quickly. So make sure you're getting around your ideal audience, and don't be afraid to say what you do, okay? If they ask you what you do, you don't need to say, I'm just a stay-at-home mom. Of course, there's nothing wrong with being a stay-at-home mom. That is why I help moms build businesses from home so that they can stay home with their kids, but also share what you actually do, because if you don't ever talk about what you do, you aren't going to get those clients. So get around your ideal person both through social media and in person, and actually talk about the offer that you have for them. If you are someone who is really serious about starting this business, if you are someone who really desires that financial freedom and time freedom so that you can bring in an income while also staying home and being present with your kids, I would absolutely love to partner with you. I am a business coach for moms, and I would love to just walk this journey with you to make sure that you have the right strategy from the start so that you're actually spending your time working on things that bring in an income and move the needle, and not just wasting time, because that is not what we want as moms when we want to put our faith and our family first. I actually offer a few free discovery calls every single month. If you would like to apply for that, there's a link in the description of this video, and we can just hop on a call. You can tell me all about your business, and we can dream and brainstorm together, and then see if my coaching program might be a good fit for you. I would absolutely love to hear from you. Again, the link to that discovery call is in the description of this video. And if this episode brought you some clarity and encouragement as you consider starting your own business, I would love for you to subscribe so that we can meet back here again next week to continue to grow and scale your business.